Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered and, well, not entirely to Fort Coldcorn, but quite close. Yeah, we don't need the marker anymore now that it's on our UI. Nothing have changed since the last recording. I've gotten an increase in my alteration spell from basically spamming this protect spell all the way while moving up here. But that's it. That's literally all that I've changed. I think I may have picked up a couple of mushrooms, but I mean, it's inconsequential to the story. I hope. Well, we're not doing the story. We're just doing locations. Fort Coldcorn discovered. I would like to learn more about the naming conventions of how some of these... Oh, that's a troll. Of how some of these forts got their name. Like Fort Alicia. Well, that's pretty obviously calling back to Saint Alicia. And... like Fort Empire, likely a fort built in the honor of the Empire. There are definitely some that are pretty straightforward, but Coldcorn? Yeah, I don't know. Is there a way up there? Possibly, but it involves parkour. Alright, let's try it. That's gonna be tricky, but not impossible. Now, how the... might actually be easier just to jump in from the hillside. Also, is there even anything worth going for up there? Doesn't look like it, but... oh well, acrobatics increased. I'll take that as a... maybe don't do that right now. Maybe you should focus on clearing out this fort and see where that brings you. That is a will-o'-the-wisp. Great. Great. I love them. I love them. Well, at least they're nice and clear. Nice and visible. Dead Marauder. Well... he certainly marauded his possessions. Now, their hitboxes have been made significantly smaller than in the original, where you actually had quite some leeway in terms of shooting them. Curiosities, yoink! That can be useful. Now, it won't help us against wisps, because that is a restore, usually willpower, but also sometimes other skills stat that we need for that. I'm keeping the arrows, the magical arrows, on for the time being. Simply because where there is one will-o'-the-wisp, well, who's to say there can't be more? That, however, has steps, so it is not a will-o'-the-wisp. In which case, a physical enemy that just requires... oh, but there's a will-o'-the-wisp in the back. Could magic be enough to take it out? Maybe. Let's see. Well, not if I don't hit. Really? Are you serious? Hello? Please don't discover me. I would like to just throw spells without consequences here. It is not enough. Ooh, that is willpower has been damaged. God damn it! Oh, I hate those things with a passion. Passion. Well, now we know that our current death destruction spell is not powerful enough to take one out. A lesson hard learned. Okay. How bad is it? Character. I think it's 2 in each. Right. Let's see what we have in terms of... let's see. Restore fatigue. Nope. Restore fatigue. Nope. Resist disease. That's... Nope. Restore magicka. Nope. Restore health. Nope. Restore fatigue. Nope. Cure disease. Nope. Restore intelligence. Haha. Was that enough to... Not entirely. So it only restored 1. And that was a... What was that? Clouded funnel cap. Okay, that's relatively common. Personality? No. It was willpower. Which is not a... Like, restore willpower. You might think that to be a relatively common occurrence. It is not. It is not at all. Fortify willpower. That won't do. I need restore willpower. Now, willpower isn't primrose leaves. Okay. Now, is that really the only one? Damage willpower, damage willpower. I don't want to damage my willpower anymore. Please, can I have one more with restore? Doesn't look like it. Damage willpower, nope. Okay, so... My intelligence is back to normal, but my willpower is down by 1. Now, if I were to gain a level and sleep, that damage would still remain. The only ways to get rid of such things would be... Oh, you gotta be... I hate that we're at level where will-o'-the-wisps are normal. That's sucky. They do make a nice explosion, though. Right. And as long as they're in the dark, or in the dim, their glow... Ooh, no. Wrong arrow for you. You are just a troll. And will die easily from a steel arrow. Right to the face. Or wherever that hit you. I don't... Honestly, I don't care. It hit you and you died. The location, not important. Curious of health. That... it's light armor. Hold on. Hold on. So as you can see, I do have the mithril on. But... Oh, it's the same, so it's chainmail. I mean, it doesn't weigh much, and each of them, and 2 pieces is worth more than 6,000 gold pieces. Granted, I won't get that amount for them, but... But... How... Oh. Sure. An easy lock. Easy locks are nice. We like those. Especially when it's creatures, and thus the chances of getting lockpicks is that much lower. See, because creatures don't need lockpicks, because they generally don't keep treasure that they need to lock away. Usually. Right, is there anything else? Yes! Judging by the sound. That is either another troll or it's a minotaur. Which is also it's a minotaur. It's also a pretty scary but also very physical enemy. Hello! Oh, I'm thankful for Chameleon here. That was a lot of quite powerful physical enemies and a will-o'-the-wisp in one go. Restore willpower! Oh my goodness, yes! Thank you! That was perfect. I mean, it is quite valuable, yes, but honestly, its use right now is much more like this. Now, was that enough to... It was. We are no longer any damage stats. Great! And since my bow is now poisoned, that also count as anti-magical. In other words... Shadow Bench Wine? No! It just, you know, looked like a chest where Shadow Bench Wine could be in, but... Oh, well, not today, I guess. Average, okay. Should be possible. Should be possible. That was the fast one, and yeah. That first one is always tricky when it's slow. Ah! I really should look into acquire more lockpicks, but... I mean, if I don't, then I don't. And, okay, lockpicking, security at 47. I would love for it to be 50, but it's not yet. Chainmail curious. No, but we'll take everything else. Did I take all from you? Yes. Yes, I did, because the Minotaur horn. Well, was that really it? Have I don't feel like I've cleared everything out, but I might have. Let's see. Yeah, I have. Wasn't a big one. Right. Well then, let's take a gander at the lists. Multiple, because there are multiple. I really should have compiled a singular list that I could just sort of reference. And I still might, but, yeah. Let's see, forts. So, C-O-L. Cold. What do we got? We got Copter. That's the first one with C. Yep, that's actually the only remaining fort with C, okay. C-U-P. I don't think that's the next one, though. Let's see, Alien Ruins. Nope, there is a C-U. Well, that would be before Copter. Mines? Collapsed mine, that's it. So C-O-L-D and then C-O-L-L. And where would collapsed mine be? It says that it's north of Arrow Shaft Cavern, which was, you know, one of the earliest ones that we did. So... There's a not indistinct chance that that we have found it. Let's see. So near Arrow Shaft Cavern, which was over here. Arrow Shaft Cavern. Okay, so we've not found it because it is in this area. Right. Well, that's it for this episode. I will meet you outside of Collapsed Mine in the next one. But until then, take care.